Hey everybody, it's LadyLead. I hope y'all are doing well on this Sunday. It's kind of rainy here, but it's not too bad. Oh, let me mute that. There we go. Hello. Good afternoon. Hi, sunshine. Is it Florida or sunshine FLA, sunshine fly? I don't know. But yes, please let me know when you are coming in. Hey, Dope 72 Dubs. Hey, Princess Adara. Hello. I hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Halal Family Homestead, Cynthia, Brigham. It's hot there in Texas. It's very muggy here, but it's raining, so that's kind of cooling it down. So I'm definitely appreciating that. Um, hey, my Boogie Johnson. All right, I see you're from Deltona, Florida, Princess Adara. Hey, Lavender 74. You're all ears. Your sun starts on the 31st. Okay. Hello, Garrett Cole. Hello, Jockey 23 Kids, Dana Springs. Happy Sunday to y'all. Hey, I see you, KRW Beauty and Nature. Time Jones. Hello. Moni W, Shell C. Hey, Clausen World, how are you? Trina Fields, I see you just finished watching my hubby's live. I think he's still down there. He is still, that man can talk. Hey, Quintella Harrington, I see you. Hi, Brenda King from Fort Lauderdale. Thank you so much for joining. I actually want to talk about something different. I see you, Natasha Jim. Um, I actually, our school actually starts tomorrow, and we are doing like a hybrid type of thing where there are some who will be in the classroom and the rest will be virtual. Hi, Joyce Moore. How are you? So we're doing both. Hey, R. Barnes. Hey there. Hello. So our school is actually, our first day is tomorrow. I know a lot of a lot of students are going back after Labor Day. Hey, Lily Island and Monisha. Um, I know some are going somewhere in between, like somebody said August 31st. So, oh, yours are all grown, Cynthia. Okay, but you're helping. Okay. Yes. So it's not just for parents, it's for anybody who will be assisting any kids who are doing virtual schooling. So, yes, this is for you. If you know somebody who needs this information, please share it out with them. Um, I'm just going to give you, like, from my perspective, what will help, and what from my experience. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. Of course, there are tons of different possibilities, but I did want to offer some stuff that might help, because I know what it's like. I know what it's like both to be the teacher, of course, but I've never forgotten what it has been like to be a student. So and I have kids, so I also have it from the parent perspective. So I kind of have like a triangular effect going with this. So I wanted to share that with y'all. If I'm not greeting you, if I haven't greeted you, I'm so sorry. I will do my best. But once we start talking, I just want to make sure I answer questions about that, okay, about schooling and all of that. So let me go ahead and greet a few more people, and then we'll get started with that. I don't know if I said hey to VMJM. Hey, Brazil Grady. Hey, Miss Christy Love. Hi, LaShonda. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Nina. I see you. Tangela. I probably am messing that up. I'm so sorry. I see you, Linda Holmes. Oh, wow. Okay, my screen just went bloop and stuff just went by. Oh, there we go. Vanessa Young. I see you, Sandra Coppin. Hey, Aoki. All right. Hey, KS. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Empress of Earthly Herbal Products. All right. I see LaShonda. I think I said hey to you. Latarsha. Audrey BU for life. You're shopping and watching. All right. All right. Just don't drive and watch. I see you, Marion Lewis, Mandisa. Hello, Butterfly Effects 86. Hey, so now what? Got here as soon as you could. Thank you. Stitch and Deb, this is your first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm always interested how first time people find me. So tell me how you found me. Hey, Nathaniel Brooks. Hey, Ginger Goldwire. Hey Gigi, hey Monique, hi Monisha. What's a good routine to have before? Okay, so yes, let's go ahead and get started with that. And those of you who are coming in, hello, hello, hello. I thank you so much for joining, but I want to make sure this is helpful and that we get into it. So, and if I don't get your question the first time, don't be afraid to post it again. Okay. All right, so let me back up to that question. Monisha asked, what is a good routine to have as far as how long do they need to be online before a break? Okay, that has been the biggest question ever, right? It depends on the age, of course, but it also depends on your school, okay? So some schools are doing it where it's called asynchronous, where the kids are doing it at their own pace, at their own times when they log on, right? And then there's this thing called synchronous. That's at the same time. We're doing Zoom. This is what the students are doing at a specific time. And so it's in real time. So you have to find out which model your child's school is following. Are they going to be on a bell schedule? My school, we are actually going to be on a bell schedule. It's each class. Now this is high school, so of course the screen time limits go up as your child gets older, and they go down as your child is younger. So I'm going to start from where I'm at and then I'll work my way back. Okay. So our classes are 1 hour and then the students get a 5-minute break and then they take another class for 1 hour and then they get a 2 hour break and then they do 2 more classes in the same way. 1 hour, 5 minutes, 1 hour. And then we're done with the day, right? Okay. So it's supposed to be synchronous at the same time. So I'm going to actually log on with my virtual students at a certain time. We're going to have class as if we were having class in a classroom, right? And we're going to do activities to the best of our ability as if we were in class, right? Okay, now I still have to have a plan available. Hey, babe. Oh, you saw I was live. I couldn't wait for you to free up the airways. Some parents need this information. So, I still have to have a plan for the kids who, for whatever reason, can't make the live session. So I'm offering I have a plan that they can follow. They can go back and watch the video that they missed and stuff like that. So we're making it very organized for students to be able to do the work. Okay, but that may be different for your kids, right? So your kids, they may have a go at your own pace thing. So you need to find out, right, from your teacher what it is, from your child's teacher what it is, and whatever that list of assignments that they need to turn in and the due dates. Now, a lot of schools are using this thing called Google Classroom. I don't know if you've heard of it or if you're familiar with it, but that's a great place to find out, are your students going to be using Google Classroom? If not Google Classroom, what are they using? Edmodo? Are they using Schoology? Like where is the place? Find out the place where assignments need to be turned in. Okay, that's the biggest thing, right? So once you find out that information, then how much screen time should they have? How long should your child should be staring at a screen? So if it's a live session, elementary school teachers, they're going to have a recommended set. Now, if it's all on you, and it probably won't be this semester because a lot of schools have revamped their virtual school. They have it structured in a much, more organized, easily accessible way. So you need to find out, what it is. But let's say you're on your own, or let's say you're homeschooling, so the screen time is totally up to you, then I would say, okay, for elementary school students, 15 minutes at a time, and then take a break and do something. Get up, go outside, stretch, do some physical activity to get the blood flowing through the brain again, right? Okay. So you find out the schedule that your school is offering, or if it's up to you, elementary school children, like I said, 15 minutes. Middle school kids can do longer, maybe 30 minutes. High school students, we're believing that they can do an hour. Okay. All right. Your school says screen time for high school should be 4 hours a day. But in reality, it's 8+ with homework. Okay, is your school actually saying it's 8+ hours of homework, or is it just turning out to be that amount of work? Because that's a different question. Because the way I'm structuring mine is I'm doing my lessons, we're doing things in class, and I try to structure it so homework is not going to take up more than maybe 30 minutes outside of class. But I really, really, really try, if I can, depending on how well things go, can I nestle in some time during that 1 hour for them? Okay. So that's a conversation or something to work out with your kids' teachers, because they may not be aware that that's how long it's taking. And maybe in their head, because we're humans, I mean, teachers are humans, we in our head sometimes we think, oh, that should only take 15 minutes, and the teacher's thinking that's supposed to take 15 minutes and it's taking more than that. You might need to let them know. Here's the biggest thing, that if you don't write down no other thing I say, write this down. Stay in an open communication path with your child's teacher. If you're in elementary and the child has one teacher, check in with that teacher at least a couple times, no less than once a week. Middle school, you have more teachers to reach out to. So I would say make sure you're in contact with at least 2 teachers each week. Same with high school. What you don't want is to not know what the kids are supposed to be turning in, and they're not turning it in, and you're not finding it out until they've got zeros. What you want to know is, you want to have access to, is it their email? Like my son, I'm like, I need to be able to get in your email as if I were you. No, I'm not going to be doing your work and submitting nothing, but I need to see when the teacher is emailing the child. Then the next thing, I need to see where the work is supposed to go. If it's supposed to go into Google Classroom, I am also going to either have the teacher add me as a parent in Google Classroom or join as if I was a student. If you're going to join as if you were a student, make sure you communicate with the teacher so they don't just kick you out because they're like, I don't know who this is, because it's a privacy issue, right? So, or if it's Edmodo, whatever it is, make sure you're getting those same announcements. So whenever a teacher posts an assignment, I get an alert. Oh, this is an assignment. So I know I can look in there and see, did he turn it in? Is he working on it? What is it? So that's also what you want to do. So be in direct communication with the teacher as often as you can. All right, I'm gonna back up so I can make sure I get to more of these questions. Let's see. All right. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Kay Valentin. You said you love my book. Thank you so much. I appreciate you buying it, and I hope it helps you. I really, really do. All right, let's see. Okay, so Monisha says y'all are doing asynchronous. So you have a 5th grader, a 9th grader, and a 10th grader. Okay, so you've got 3 sets of teachers, but if they're doing asynchronous, you can kind of set a time. What I would do is I will make a schedule. So I would say, like, okay, high schoolers, their brains kind of arrive a little bit later. So I would make sure that I have my child up and doing something no later than 10 o'clock, but be flexible because they're high schoolers. And I know we feel like, but they've been going to school at like 8 o'clock. I should be waking them up at 8 o'clock, but not necessarily. If you have this opportunity to let your child get some more sleep, they might be a little bit more productive. But once they do get up, have them on a schedule. Okay, you need to work on the stuff from this class between this time and this time. And then you need to work on the stuff from this class between this time and this time. Let them take a break and then get to the other classes. What you don't want to do is not doing anything all day. If they get overwhelmed, though, you do have to be flexible. If you only get through 2 classes worth of stuff and you got to push the other 2 classes to the next day, okay. Don't let virtual or homeschooling stuff make it where you are arguing with your kids and y'all are like bumping heads, because that can't happen. You get frustrated. You're like, why aren't you doing what I told you to do? You being disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. And they may not be being disrespectful. They may just be having a moment where they are like overwhelmed with all the idea of what they have to do. Especially they've been chilling. It's been summer. It's been kind of weird because of what's going on in the world. Don't let it make you argue with your kids. If y'all need to change, maybe normally you work on math first, but maybe today you need to work on science first. I don't know. Maybe you need to work on the art first. Whatever you need to do, redirect so that rather than arguing, y'all aren't wasting time arguing. Y'all can do something the kid will do. Like, if you don't feel like working on that math, okay, how about the ELA? How about the English? Okay, you don't feel like working on English? All right, let's work on the social studies. Don't want to work on the social studies? Let's work on whatever else it is so that they can at least do something. And then once they get in the flow of things, it'll go a little bit easier. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Hey, Stitches, there you came a long way from Homestead Heart to, oh, okay. You came from Homestead Heart to Lead Farmer to me. All right. All right. Hey, sister. I see you. How do I keep children like my niece focused? Okay, so my niece likes to do things. She is busy. She will get distracted. So use that to your advantage. Use your child's style of learning to your advantage, right? So if they like staying busy, then get up and have them Start with whatever the most like if they are high energy kids, start with the high energy thing, whatever that is. If it's something, if it's science, if it's do this project, if it's you know, let them go outside for stuff. Like having virtual school is the beautiful opportunity for kids to get to be outside while they learn. Why can't you have the computer on the back porch or the front porch or whatever? If your Wi-Fi reaches into the yard, you know, let them have a little bit of flexibility as to where they are. Let them get up and jump around for a few minutes. They need brain breaks. um so my niece is 10, so she's in that age group where, okay, after 30 minutes, I need to move. I need to get the blood flowing, my circulation moving through my body. I can't just sit here and just, okay. So if you have to take breaks in 15 minutes and do that, that's fine. Let them go run around somewhere. Running is great for kids because that's a quick way to get that energy out and get that blood flowing. So keep them busy, keep them doing something, let them do some hands-on stuff. Um, yeah, let them let them take virtual field trips. Like go to Google Earth, or I've heard that all the museums have virtual tours. If they like art, let them go on a virtual tour to the museum. Or just like I said, use Google Earth and just type in a place. Brazil. My niece for some reason wants to go to Brazil. Type in Brazil. Pull it up on Google Earth. Zoom in. Let her see. Let her see the world. So yes, give them breaks. Give them breaks. All right. They have attendance in the AM and PM. Yeah, we will be taking attendance. That's important to know. You need to find that out also. And that's another part of being in communication with your child's teacher. So you can quickly send them an email or a message, say, hey, my child might not be feeling well today. Please let me know where I need to go to get X, Y, and Z, or what they need to turn in by, whatever. But I promise you, your teachers are trying to be flexible. That's what we've been told. We got to be flexible. Now, obviously, there is a limit to how flexible we can be. We have grades that we have to turn in at certain times. So, but just understand, just because you see a bad grade doesn't mean you just say, forget it and just let it be. Talk to the child's teacher. Hey, can I get my child to submit this again? Or can I get them to, I know it's late. You may, I don't know, some teachers take off late points. Late points is better than no points. So yeah, to just make sure you are in communication with the teacher. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Yeah, now is the perfect time to let them pursue some things that they are interested in. The more choice you can provide, the better. The more they will learn, the more they'll be interested in it, and the better they'll be at whatever it is. Okay. So let's see. I talked about screen time. Make sure, like I said, you find out what those essentials are. But be creative. Like, I know a lot of you have gardens, and a lot of you have showed me that you've got your children out there with you in the garden. So, hey, let them take a break and come outside and help you in the garden. It's a win-win situation. They'll get some of that energy out. Yes, use the garden as a class. Science, especially if if the subject is life science, please let them go outside and explore a little bit so they can see the leaves soaking up the sun and getting the photosynthesis and all of that. I'm not a science teacher. Let them, like, okay, especially for ELA, if they're being asked to write something creatively, the best thing to do to help a child be creative is to let them be outside. Because I remember I was a technical writer, and I was called upon to write these scripts for these training. Like, but they were supposed to be engaging trainings. They weren't supposed to just feel like, you know. And I would be in this green cubicle, like, I don't, how am I supposed to make this engaging? I need to go outside. So I would go take a walk. I would go on a break, take a walk so I could kind of free up my brain, because I'm like, I can't even see anything in here. It's green. It's fabric cubicle. So your child might be thinking the same thing. Like, I don't see nothing except this computer sitting in front of me. I don't see nothing except these four walls. So yes, get them out. Let them be creative. I predicted our babies will be further along. Yeah, they will be. And the reason why I decided to do this video was because someone asked me about this, but it was towards the end of the school year. So I didn't want to do a video about it, and school was about to be out because it wouldn't be relevant. But she was like, feeling like her child was going to be behind because they weren't getting as much accomplished as she thought they should. I'm going to tell you this. We always think children should be doing more than they are without really thinking about their capacity and like their readiness for it. And we let that make us feel frustrated, like as parents we're doing something wrong, and it's our fault they're behind, and we're not making them do stuff, and we ain't staying on them enough. Your child is going to have exactly what they need when they need it. Your child is going to be able to adapt when it's time. Don't feel like they're behind. Grades are not an indicator of intelligence. I'm a teacher, and I don't have a problem telling you that. Grades really are kind of like a snapshot of the effort your child put forth, with some of their mastery in there. But you can have a super intelligent child put forth zero effort and get a zero, get F's, but they still super intelligent. And then you can have a child who may not be as advanced, but they know how to turn in work on time, and they know how to repeat what the teacher said, and they have an A. But it's not necessarily a reflection of their true abilities and intellect. So I need you to kind of be loose with that. Do not beat your child over the head with grades. Yes, unfortunately, the way our system is set up, your grades dictate your GPA. Your GPA dictates what, colleges are looking at you. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just like your worth is not attached to how much money you have or don't have. Your worth is attached to who you are as a person. So you gotta like separate grades and all that from who your child is, so that you can like look at your child and just see your child and play to your child's strengths. Play to your child's strengths. So my niece, she's very like loves doing stuff. So when she was here, she was out helping me in the garden, and it was great. It was great. There were times where I almost couldn't keep up with her, but I just was like, I got to use this energy. I'm going to use this to my advantage. She loves to help. I had her helping me do things, having her helping me put things in envelopes, having her help me clean, get my dishwasher loaded, do this, do that. We were using it as teaching opportunities also. There's a teaching opportunity in everything. Just like in the Karate Kid, where he was like, Kung Fu is everything. Teaching is in everything. Everything. You can find a lesson in everything. If you're creative, you can find a lesson in everything. Okay, so let me get back to some of these comments. I'm sorry. I just started talking. All right. Amber says she's surprised her boys have been doing better at home. Okay. Feel bad the senior is missing his traditional senior year. I will say this. Being at home has its downsides, but it also has its good sides. Listen, in any situation, play to the good side. Now, make your kids put on at least a clean shirt, wash their face, and comb their hair. Not because they're going anywhere and it's a reflection of their, but here's what I need you to understand. When teachers are doing Zoom sessions, video sessions, most of us have been told these kids need to turn on the camera. Yes, brush their teeth. That got to happen. Not sometimes we make grooming a superficial thing about looks and about being presentable, but you need to keep these teeth together because ain't nobody got time to be in a dentist's office. Okay. And it's expensive. And mouth hygiene, is important for general health, right? So you gotta make them get up and wash up as if they were going. Have them put on clothes because they will be seen by other classmates, by the teacher. And here's what the reality is. And I know some people are like, but that's a privacy concern. We gotta work with what we got. We can't really like freak out about that, but just understand other parents are in the background making sure their kids are doing their work and they may see your child. Let your child be presentable for that reason. And I got one, man, I got the fuss at this one. Like, dude, what? Go in there, do some stuff, get some water and some soap and put it in places. But, stay on them for that. Okay? Let them treat school as if they were gonna go. But guess what? You ain't gotta have no shoes on. You don't have to wear shoes. That's the good part about being at home. You can be in a comfortable chair. That's the great part about being at home. Don't make your child sit at the table if they don't need to if they don't need to be writing anything. Let them sit in a comfortable chair. Let them have the benefits of being home. Try to stay as structured as possible. Try to make sure, you have a breakfast time, you have a lunch time. Make sure during those times they actually are eating food, like healthy food, and not just eating Takis or whatever. My son, he can't even eat Takis. His stomach is so sensitive. But I know a lot of kids where I'm like in class and I'm like, what? Why is that your breakfast? Like, why is that the first thing you're eating today? So yeah. All right. I'm trying to make sure I went through the notes that I wrote. Another thing, yeah, and it's about helping them keep a routine. Yeah. Stephanie says she's the lunch lady. Yeah, we do everything if we at home. All right, let's see. Yes, can't hide, wash that face, hair comb, all of that. All right. Yeah. Extra Girl says have them put on normal clothes so they'll be in the right mindset. Yeah. And bedtimes and wake up times. Yeah. And it's gonna be hard the first week. And just be okay. Don't freak out. This is the first week. Just like during the first week, during regular times, we know things kind of like, you know, take time to get settled. The dust, it's going to be a lot of dust this week. There may be technical issues. Um, yeah, it might be a lot of different things. So Erica says, what are my thoughts of someone not wanting to send them to school or not wanting to send them to school or do the school work? Okay. I totally get not wanting to send them, maybe for safety concerns for you, for your family, for them. As far as the work, they still need to do their work only because how else can they learn? How else can they explore the ideas? The mother doesn't want to do anything about it. You mean you're talking about a parent who, someone who is just tired and like worn out, and the thought of having their child do work is stressing them out. I can relate to that. And I will say this, education is not one of these, I open up your brain and I pour stuff in. The child has to play their part, okay? The child has to. So as a parent, I can't pour all the knowledge in my child's head. I can't do the work for him, and I can't make him, he has to do something. So when he's lacking in motivation, and that happens, okay, when he's out of motivation, I have a conversation with him and I'll try to find out what's going on. Because what we don't always think about, as parents, because we're busy, we're working, we're doing our best, right? But we forget these kids are also processing this whole entire thing. Some of these kids are so anxious and stressed out, they can't think of nothing else right now. They need somebody to talk them through what they are feeling. So I have to take the time to find out what's going on with my son's motivation, right? And he will tell me. We've had conversations about it, what's happened, what happened. Sometimes it's like, I'm just not interested in what she's talking about. I can't. And sometimes that's the truth. But I have to help him find some motivation. Like, okay, well, that might be true, but you want a good future. So in order to get to the good future, you got to play the game right now and take it one thing at a time. Sometimes we start barking at kids and we like, you got to do this and you need to do that and you didn't ever do that and blah, 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 blah. We can only do one thing at a time. Our attention span, everybody who is a human, you can only pay attention to one cognitive activity at a time. Yeah, you can walk and chew gum, but the chew gum is an automatic thing. It's one of those you can go do it on autopilot. You can kind of drive on autopilot. You can't solve math problems on autopilot and read. You can't listen to me talking and listen to somebody else talking. What you do is you switch your attention from one thing to another. Your attention can't be on all the things. Your eyes can't even focus on but one thing. You can try it, okay, all day long. You can only do one thing at a time. You got to remember that for kids. So if you got to break things down into chunks, I like to do this. I make, I don't want to show y'all my to-do list because it's retarded. But I make check boxes for stuff that I have to do. Okay. It's probably Chinese to you anyway. What's on my paper? I draw the little check boxes. And as I do things, I check them off. And I prefer to get planners like this that have little circles I can check. I have to write stuff down so I don't be overwhelmed, and so I can say, all right, what's the first thing I need to do? And I'm going to tell you, I'm just like the kids. Oh, I don't feel like doing that first. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do this first. At least I'm doing something. So you got to try to help your child find an entryway. Have them at least doing something. Okay? I hope that helps. Let's see. Hey. You gonna photobomb?
Yep.
You photo? You been talking all day. Now you about to talk in my video.
I seen them check boxes. Here go one. I ain't gonna show it.
Yeah, but I showed it though.
Okay.
Quickly.
Cause them check boxes is up all around the house. Them check boxes will be like, do not be eating grapes. Check it. um, make sure you leave the check for the mortgage. Check it out. So when I seen when I seen that, I said, "Let me go on the. I gotta say something to her. Huh?
Oh, thanks, baby.
Don't be eating sugar. Check box.
That's nice. Thank you, Mr. B. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm finished
Thank you
canning,
so
baby.
much.
I'm going back now and finish canning.
Okay.
I had to say something
That's
to
all
that.
right.
Them check boxes is glued all over the street.
Hey, that's how I live my life, and that's how I get things done. I'm gonna tell you this. I have a lot on my plate. I have a lot to do. So if you wonder like why my videos are so short, why I don't have one out every day, that's why. I have a lot that I have to do. But I'm able to do it by the grace of God because I use checklists. And so I go through a lot of paper. I have tons of different little journals. One is for work, one is for this, one is for that. And I like cute journals. So I got this one so I can do stuff. This is kind of like my business one. And, you know, then you got to have a personal one for your own personal thoughts. I have one for that. But whatever you got to do to help you and your child stay organized, okay? All right. They think we're in the day's end. Oh, they think we're in the end days. Oh, okay. So, and I've had kids who I've had to talk about that as well. Okay. Um, here's the thing. Whether we are in the end days or not, and I have no debate about I have no room to debate about that. So this is not about that. What I like to tell people is this. I always hope for the best. So in my always hoping for the best, I can't plan for the end. I have to just say, that may be, but if I'm wrong and I have a future, I want it to be a good one. So I'm doing stuff now that will allow me to have a better life when this is over. And I just like to always look from the good perspective. So maybe it's a matter of helping that child change their mindset because we so quick to accept negative. Why aren't we so quick to accept positive? We going down the negative what if rabbit hole. So this is what I make myself do. And I literally just told this to my daughter. If I'm about to go down the negative what if, for every negative what if I come up with, I got to come up with a positive what if. What if this is the beautiful beginning of something new? What if we needed this to spark the positive change? So now we getting ready to go into this utopian society where people's needs are met. What if this ain't the end? This is the beginning. I mean, what if right now I could be setting myself up so good? Then when we come out of this, I just do nothing but explode. You have to help them get a positive outlook. And it's never too late. It's a practice. You may have to say it over and over and over. I would rather say positive things over and over again. Like when I'm teaching, and I mean, I have just accepted that. I have to say stuff over and over again. I'm a teacher. I'm a parent. I'm okay with saying stuff over and over again. And if I got to say positive stuff over and over again, I'm going to say it. My students will tell you, I don't go for the negative. I have students who they need to take a AP test, and all of them, when I give them the requirements for a certain score, they start looking like, I'm going to fail. No, you're not. You better say what you want. I want to pass. You don't want to fail, so don't say it. I want to pass. So I'm just going to take the steps required to pass. Okay. And so that's what you do. And if at the end of the day, I know some students are just so overwhelmed right now, then hey, there are consequences to not doing what you should do right now. The consequence if you don't do what you need to do right now is that you gonna have to do this again later. Sometimes that helps because they're like, oh, I don't want to do this later either. So yeah, think of it that way if you can. I don't know if that helped, but yeah, some kids need a new mindset. So yes, Miss Tasha Mack says she's a true planner and journalist. Yeah, I have to. And journaling helps me see when I am being negative. It's kind of weird because I be like, you wrote that down for real. That ain't true. So yeah. So yes. Hey Lisa Williams, you're glad to hear you're not the only one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. I see we're coming upon what we've been on here 45 minutes. Y'all let me know if y'all have any other questions so I can answer questions about virtual school from a parent perspective. Just make sure you're reaching out to that teacher. Um, Make sure you get into all the school channels. I know my district, our whole thing is about making everything organized and easy to find. So the things you need to find, um, if your child is in high school, you need to find out what their syllabus is. And I know sometimes syllabi are very surface level for some classes and very in depth for others. For AP classes, they're probably in depth. So make sure if your child has any advanced classes, you are in, you get your eyes on that syllabus, okay? Just to see what's to be expected overall. Then find out where is this work supposed to be submitted. Um, we're supposed to put out a weekly guide that shows what work is going to be due when. And I'm using Google Classroom, so I kind of can only talk from there. But there's others. There's Edmodo. I said Schoology, I think, and maybe some others. But getting that access to that Google Classroom is super easy, seeing what your child didn't do. And then the other thing is the grading system. I'm not sure what other school districts use, but we use Power School. That's the official grading place. That is even more important than Google Classroom because that's where the official grades are calculated and stored, and that's where your grade card, your report card comes from. So you'll want to make sure you get that information. Let's see. Yeah, even in the end days, we're supposed to be organized in our everyday work. Yeah. Yeah, without being negative. That's so right, Lavender. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Sultan says that makes me think maybe I should journal and get your kids a journal. Oh yeah. Okay, this has nothing to do with virtual school, right? But this is about understanding that I hope my battery doesn't die while I'm talking. Might have to find my thing. But journal, yes. You journal, they journal. Drew are documenting these times. These are historical times. You might be journaling a future bestseller. There are going to be lots of books about this time. Why not let yours be one of them? Why not have a bestseller that you write right now? All the perspectives, all the different perspectives are needed. They are all needed. So if you are in control and you can homeschool your children, make that a part of your day. Y'all journal. Y'all write about how you're feeling about what's going on. Write about what's going on. Write about your perspective, what's different, what's changed, what you want to stay from. I mean, because there's some things about this era that I'm like, that needs to stay. this ordering my groceries and having them delivered, this ordering stuff, that needs to stay. I don't have time to be walking around in the grocery store. So, but your child has some things too. Maybe since we've been home, I actually see my parents' face more. That's something they may talk about. You just never know. So, yes, so yes, so yes. Thank you so much for subscribing, Carol. I appreciate you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Janice. I'm doing the best that I can, y'all. I'm doing the best that I can. Homesteader chick, you never tried ordering groceries? I know. I kind of didn't really order a lot of produce. I kind of was ordering uh like just my like things like butter and my snacks for my son because he still snacks. He's growing and he needs other things besides my, just my healthy meals. So, I'm still, but I have never had a problem with anything being expired ever. In fact, I'm going to tell you what happens. This is why I really love it. If I order a small size of something and they don't have it, they give me the larger size and they don't charge me extra. So I've been ordering the smaller sizes on purpose. Yeah, I just revealed that. But yeah, I order groceries. I like my son wanting to learn how to cook stuff. He's been cooking stuff and um yeah, just there are some things about these times that I have enjoyed. Like being home, I have not been home this long. I don't think I've ever been home this long since I was a kid. And what I mean by that, I mean like actually being at my home and knowing the ins and outs of everything, knowing, oh, I'm almost out of this particular thing in my refrigerator, or I'm almost out of milk, or we don't drink milk, so that's not a good. I'm almost out of coffee creamer. I don't know. But like I actually feel like I'm more in touch with my like life. I actually see my yard, that the whole reason why we love this house. Get to look at the pond, see the geese, enjoy just breathing. There are some things as terrible as some things have been, and as disheartening and saddening and frustrating as some things have been, being at home and like it helped me reevaluate what's important in my life. And I realized what's important in my life is my family. Like I don't want nothing to happen to my family. I can't, my mind is like, that's my biggest thing. Like that's the thing about this whole thing, that I just can't see my life without my family. I love each and every one of them. And I've had time to actually spend with my children more. I get to talk to them and see what's going on with them, how they're viewing the things. And when they're feeling some kind of way, I can offer them more encouraging words than I would have been able to if I was in that busy, 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 busy. So that's something that I feel like I gained from this time. So, what about parents who don't even have a third grade education to be able to understand their children are in the seventh and eighth grade? How are they going to help? So, listen, you are okay if you have a third grade education. You have everything you need to be a parent. All you need, if you can't help your child do the math, you have your child's teacher that you can reach out to. And I promise you, your child's teacher is going to be happy to help. If you can't email your child because you don't have a lot of technology skills, your child's teacher got a number. Call it. Say, hey, my child is struggling with X, Y, and Z. Can you give me some strategies? Your child's teacher will say, hey, do X, Y, and Z. Don't try to figure out like, I'm not a math teacher. When my son math go past a certain point, I'm like, okay, let's ask the teacher. Or sometimes I take out the book and I can follow it from the book because I'm one of these weird people who, for some reason, I can sort of, as long as I can see it, I can do. But that's okay if you can't do that. All you if you feel like your child is more advanced, like, and I'm sorry, it don't matter. You got a college education, your child is doing more advanced stuff because it's on the computer. We learned in person, and technology is far more advanced now than it was. So that's okay. Reach out to your child's teacher and just tell them what's up. I don't understand this. I want to help my child. Can you send me some kind of place to some place where I can help them? Thank you, M. Mitchell, for this uplifting, helpful video. I'm so glad this is uplifting and helpful because what I don't want people to do is let school come between you and your child's relationship. It doesn't have to. Sometimes it does because we feel like we're fussing at our kid, and it's making us have a negative interaction. Don't let this help make you and your child have a negative interaction. School does not have to be the thing that comes between y'all. Okay? And listen, you are your child's parent because you were the perfect combination of DNA for them. That's what you need to think about. You are not an accident to being their parent. I don't care how they were born. If you meant to have them or not, guess what? You were designed perfectly as their parent. Okay? Maybe you need to remember how it was when you were a child, how you learned, what helped you, things you enjoyed, what helped you then. Think about that. But who better than to help guide your child than you? So be confident in that. Just know I'm my child's parent for a reason. I know. And as a mom, just think about it. Like, whether if you breastfed them, your milk was the best milk for them. Not not a cow, not somebody else's, yours. So think about that. You're the perfect person for them. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. My battery is about to die. And it's been an hour, and I can't believe that. Time flies when you're having fun. So I really hope that this is your best school year, that your child has the best school year, that they do better than you ever imagined, and they can and they will. Um, yeah, yeah, be proud of your kids. You will be amazed at how much they do know if you give them a chance to show you. And just sit them down sometimes and say, hey, what are some things you like? And y'all just explore it together. Look at my son, for some reason, I don't know why, loves researching about black holes. I don't know. So one day I just had to let him take me, to places where he likes to read about black holes. Thank you. Being Special NYC. Thank you. Thank you, Hazel and 5A. I appreciate y'all's donations. Y'all just don't know. Y'all warm my heart. I'm just amazed by y'all, your kindness, and how much y'all support us. And, I appreciate y'all. So I hope that this was helpful. It's all right, Kathy's heart. Um, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So in a minute you'll be able to go back if you want to see it. But I hope that this was helpful. Thank you, Sultan. 6 hours of lead in the last 2 days. Now I'm dropping gems. Yes, we need to just make this our business. I'm working on it. I am working on it. Yeah, I could use 100,000 subscribers. That would, the more subscribers you have, the more views you can get, the more views you can get, the more monetization you can get. So yeah, I would love to. I'm a teacher. I can't help it. I have to share what I know, and I will. And that's why it might seem like I, I can't just say my niche is gardening. It's kind of life, really. It's everything that will help you have a good life, live your best life. That's really help you reach your full potential, whatever that is. Like that's been my life. That's why I'm a teacher. I like to help my students find themselves, find what's good for them, and just see the goodness. I love looking for the goodness, and I love it when my students take something that I shared with them and they make their life better. That I had one student who I always teach time management like in my first couple of weeks, and not all of them follow it, but I'm like this, just one. If just one can take this, that gives me joy. So she actually told me that my time management tips helped her when she went off to college. And I'm just like, that's why I do it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that it helped. So thank you, Monisha. And I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Monisha, I hope this was helpful. And I thank you all for watching. And I want you to have a great fall with your kids. On those days off, you're gonna feel like, well, I need to make my kid do that work that they missed. Don't do it. Just and let them enjoy the day. If they get behind, just stay in communication with the teacher, reach out to them, find out what kind of accommodations can be made, kind of, what can you work out. I think the key to this whole, if I want to wrap it up with one tip, is the communication with the teacher part. If you do that, no matter what your situation is, you'll have a good year. So on that note, have a great Sunday, y'all. I have a few more things I need to do to get fully ready for tomorrow, but I'm gonna relax for a little bit before I do that. Just remember, we're all humans. Your child is a human. They may need to take a break, and you may need to take a break, and that's okay. Rest if you must, but don't quit. So, all right, y'all. It's LadyLead, and I'm signing off. I thank y'all for watching, for being with me. Thank you for all of your donations. Those of you, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day.